And today I wanted to do a quick video on the different inscription styles that are offered on our granite memorials. So the first inscription style we have is the cut and polish inscriptions. And these inscriptions are sandblasted directly into the polished surface of the stone. The polished surface of granite has a glassy, smooth type of texture, and then the words and dates or designs are sandblasted into that smooth surface. And we typically add a lithochrome dye to the inscriptions, which is a special dye made for stone that stains the stone and it doesn't flake off like normal paint would. And this adds contrast to the inscriptions so that they stand out against the color of the stone. The next inscription style we have are frosted letters. So the outline of the letters are actually carved out, and then we remove the polish on the letters themselves, and this reveals a lighter stone color underneath, which creates the contrast so that you can see these frosted letters for a long time after they've been placed in the cemetery. So you can see on both of these examples that they carve out the outline of the letter, and then here these lighter colored areas are where this polish of the stone is removed, and underneath it reveals kind of an unpolished granite which has a natural rock finish and almost has a similar texture, rough texture as concrete, whereas the polished surface of the stone really reveals the color of the granite, and it's very smooth and glassy like. The next inscription style that we offer is frosted panels with cut-in inscriptions. So if we look at our photos here on the right-hand side, this top one is a black granite marker, and then we have this light-colored scroll. And this light color is achieved by creating a frosted panel where, like our last example, they remove the polish of the stone to reveal a lighter color, and then the inscriptions are carved into this frosted panel so that the letters are dark against this lighter background. So it's kind of a combination of the last two styles that we talked about with the frosted letters and the cut-in inscriptions. On this one, we're just creating a large light colored area by frosting this panel, and then we cut in the inscriptions into this frosted panel and add the lithochrome dye so that there's contrast. The final inscription style that we'll discuss today is raised polish inscriptions. And this raised polish effect is achieved by sandblasting or carving away the background behind the letters. So everything but the letters or the inscriptions are sandblasted away, and the letters then have a 3D effect where they look like they've been raised up from the background. And typically when they do this, they will also add a white lithochrome dye to the background, to these sandblasted areas, and this creates a really nice contrast for the dark colored letters that are made up out of the polished granite. So you can see that this part of the stone, this L that I'm highlighting, this black color is actually the polished granite, and then behind it they have sandblasted everything away, which reveals that kind of lighter natural stone color. And here in this Russo example underneath, you can see they just did it with this Russo surname. So these letters are raised polish. They've sandblasted this rectangular panel behind the letters and sandblasted everything away except for these letters, so they really stand out against that background. But below they have regular cut-in inscriptions where they've just been carved into the black granite and a white lithochrome dye has been added.